Before awarding undergraduate and master's degrees, we welcome another representative from the great undergraduate class of 2021, Nolan Robinson.
This moment is ours. The moments of hours and minutes and seconds that brought us here today belong to us. We blossom like flowers as we bathed in the rain, the pain that often drained and stained us, but allowed us to become kings, queens, the royalty that was ordained we'd become. Some of us come from families who have done this before. Some of us are the first to walk through this door. Some of us don't have the family that others do. And some of us didn't know whether or not they'd make it through. Graduates, I commend you. I celebrate you. For when you enter the world, you will make it brand new. You will remind the world what will always be true. That even though the darkness is loud, you can still hear the light sing among the slings and arrows that cling onto us. And as we may feel like puppets on a string, is when we must truly remember who we are in this world and what we bring to it. You will remind the world that in the darkness you can hear the melismatic phrases of hope that phases through the dissonance of darkness. The hubris of hate, the malevolence of man. You will not let that violate or abate the worth that you have. For you are worthy, you are enough, and you are here. Good morning, everyone. I would like to sincerely welcome parents, faculty, esteemed guests, and phenomenal graduates to the 163rd commencement of Northwestern University. Wow, this school is old. But not only has it been around for a long time, it is also filled with some of the brightest minds and talents that I have ever met. People that breathe more life into Northwestern year after year, who have and will continue to leave this school in a much better place than when they found it. I can unequivocally say that this is the case for the group of peers I'm graduating with today. Our time at Northwestern has made us all aware of the immense intellectualism that we are immersed in every day, that there are really smart people out there in the world, and that throughout each moment, brilliant minds are contributing more and more to the advancements in our society that we could have only dreamed of decades ago. That the person you may have met in Intro to Psychology may go on to be one of the most renowned clinical psychologists in the world. Or that one kid from econ who taught you everything there is to know about Bitcoin will one day grace the cover of Time magazine. Needless to say, while acknowledging the capabilities of the people around you and their ability to create positive, equitable, and impactful change on the world, the feeling of not being enough, not being equal to them, does not go unnoticed, and is a feeling that I am sure we have all felt throughout our time here. From this, we fall into a pattern of needing to prove that we belong here, that we belong in any position that we find ourselves in the future. We fight to silence the voice that tells us we are the imposter, but that voice finds its way to stay in our lives because we allow it to. It continues to live if we give power to it. But if the past few years have taught me anything, it's that our existence, our being, is proof enough that we do belong here. We are enough, and we are worthy. This has been especially important for me as a Black, low-income, first-generation college student, and all of my peers whose identities are often shut out, silenced, ignored, and treated not part of the whole, but cast out from it. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone. You don't even need to prove yourself to yourself. Every day you wake up is another day of purpose, and your breath, your dreams, your goals is all the proof you need to know that you are important. Your very voice commands the world to listen to you. The first cry we let out into this world at birth is our stamp on society. I'm here. You can't get rid of me. Deal with it. We've seen just how powerful our voices are, both on campus and in the world. Throughout the past few years, Northwestern has, in many cases, lived up to the idea of what we wanted our collegiate home to mean to us while we were here. And in other cases, may not have given us what we needed entirely, when we needed it. But, nevertheless, we, the students, the graduating body of scholars, have never failed to be exactly what Northwestern has needed. Not only these past few years, but the past 163. With NU Community Not Cops and the graduate workers' strike, for example, and other student organizations and communities that have consistently fought for a better Northwestern for all of us, this class has been a fervent example of just how impactful our presence is, and a call to each of us to never apologize for that presence in this school or in the world. Continue to use those voices and own your presence. Be strong and firm in who you are, and continue to speak for what you know is just, righteous, and good. And when you sing, let it be sung vibrantly, not murmured. Every moment you're alive is another moment to share yourself with the world. We have gone through challenges and moments where there seemed there was no hope at all. Together. But I have been changed by all of you. And I have confidence in saying that we have all changed each other. I have been blessed beyond measure to have been able to receive so much from my friends and professors here. And that each time we lose a part of who we are, the world loses a little bit of what makes it so special. And while many of us may not grace the cover of Time magazine in our lifetime, that doesn't mean our impact on the world will be any less than what I know it will be. Be a kind cat always, and never fail to tell someone how much you love them. Graduates, I love you. And as a famous wildcat, Troy Bolton, once said, once a wildcat, always a wildcat. Congratulations, graduates. Nothing to prove, only to share. Thank you.